Steve, thank you very much for joining us today. An absolute legend in the industry.
Thank you.
That's all right. First things first, get out of the way. I know you've been asked this a million times. I've already asked this, but how is your health?
Yeah, obviously, as people know, I had a bit of a scare, suspected heart attack. You know, it's happened. I take it as a warning, and it's going to look after my health a little bit better now.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
So, going on to today, so what's your involvement with FPW? What are you doing?
Future Pro Wrestling, it's going back to what I used to do after I finished wrestling, go back to the managing and doing that, which is really cool, and I like doing that. Put me with a good group of guys, Tom Chamberlain, Joel Masters, and the Earl of Windsor. You know, good group of guys. You know, and it's fun. It's fun going back to that managerial bit that I've done before in the past.
Would you ever step back in the ring maybe for one final match, or is that completely off the cards?
Do you know what? At the minute I would probably say no to that. But this is wrestling. Never say never. Yeah.
You've been around for a long time. No insults intended there. But you've obviously seen kind of maybe the kind of real kind of rise and fall of kind of British wrestling in terms of it's been on the mainstream on TV, etc. What are your kind of thoughts on that? What do you think British wrestling could do? I mean, obviously it's kind of building its rep now, but what do you think it could do to kind of maybe get back into that real mainstream?
It's real difficult because it's the most difficult thing ever. I'll be honest with you now. There are so many promotions out there at the minute. We have a hell of a lot of good talent in the UK, you know, and I think American promotions are seeing that and they're snapping up our talent. But I think if somebody's got to come along with a hell of a lot of money, if we want to get back on TV and do that kind of thing, then you know, the public's used to the American products with WWE, TNA, Impact, you know, so for someone to come along and match that, it's going to take a heck of a lot of money. But we have got the talent. It could be done. Yeah.
So do you think, aside from the money, maybe a TV deal will be needed, or?
Oh, definitely. You've got to have the exposure. For our guys, we need the exposure, and hopefully one day. It could happen.
Excellent. Just one kind of final thing to let you get back to, you know, obviously pre-show preparation. What advice would you give to kind of guys who are entering the wrestling scene now, the kind of youngsters there?
Go to a proper school. There are reputable, proper training schools out there. Look one up, find it. You know, just don't go. You know, just don't go to any old Joe that'll say they'll make you a wrestler, because you have to learn, you know, so you need to go to a reputable school, find one on the internet, you know, there's plenty out there, and get trained properly.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Steve. You're an absolute star. Cheers, mate.